Michigan Stadium. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. The Wolverines will kick off first, and here we go. Fielded in the end zone. It's Patterson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff. He'll be stopped at the 17. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. This time they'll throw it. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Drag down.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot downfield here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. On the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Looking for the edge. It's Marshall. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood. A strike downfield. Across the 25, he's got room. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Underwood on the play action. Buying time to his right. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Into the end zone for 6. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Gilmore. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Out wide right, it's Skinner. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
From the gun, it's Baxter. Turning it on! Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Handoff for Baxter. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough, and there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
He's got the 1st down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Motion from the wideout. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down. They are controlling the ball. Ninth play of the drive. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And I absolutely understand wanting to make a play for your team, man, but you've got to know when to give it up. You're at this part of the field, man. This is the part of the field where you throw the football. You get rid of it. You don't take a sack, because what that does now to your field goal operation, it makes it a lot longer. Now the decision becomes a lot harder for this offense when they could have just thrown the football away and not taken the big loss.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. There he goes. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They're all over him. Going to try to get it himself. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 15, and that gives him some more room to work.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like, this dude can absolutely roll. He sees men.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Needs it here on fourth down. Right down the middle. And the incomplete pass, they roll.